How to use VirtualBox beginner's tutorial. Now, if you have ever wanted to run another operating system on your computer without messing anything up, this is exactly what you need. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you how to set up and use VirtualBox step by step, even if you have never touched it before. In this video, you're going to learn how to install VirtualBox, create your first virtual machine, install an operating system, and actually start using it like an absolute pro. Now, by the end, you will be able to run Windows, Linux, or any OS inside your current system safely and smoothly. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now, what is VirtualBox and why you should actually care? Now, before jumping in, let's quickly understand what it actually does. VirtualBox is a free tool. Now, this is a free tool that lets you run a completely separate computer system inside your existing OS. Now, think of it like having a computer inside your computer. This is useful for a lot of things. You can test software without actually risking your main system, run older operating systems, or even experiment with hacking labs or coding environments. The best part in all of this is that if anything breaks, your real computer stays completely safe. Now let's move over to actually downloading it. So first of all, you're going to go over to its official website, which is virtualbox.org. Okay. And over here, you're going to go ahead and click on download on their homepage. Once you're here, they're going to give you a lot of packages and extensions over here. So obviously, depending on whichever one you want to go with, we have Mac, we have Linux, we have Solaris. I'm going to go with the Windows hosts, of course. And once we go ahead and click on Windows hosts, what it should do is it should download your app right here. Now, as you can see, the download has started. It's 170 megabytes roughly, and it should download pretty quick for you. Shouldn't take a lot of time. So we're simply going to wait for it to download it itself through. And of course, once it's done, we're going to go through the setup process on how you're going to be going ahead with it. And the installation and setup process is pretty simple. You just keep clicking next for most of the steps. And what happens in that case is that if you see any warnings about network interfaces or drivers, just don't panic. That's pretty normal. Just go ahead and allow it, and you should be good to go from there. Now, as you can see, my VirtualBox is done downloading, so we're simply going to click on Open File and click on Run. Now, from here, what it's going to do is it's going to bring us to the setup. We're going to click on Next. We're going to accept the terms, click on Next. Keep going next. Don't really need to change anything. Although, in the case you want it to be downloaded in a separate folder, do make sure to do that. So I'm simply going to keep on clicking next, click on install, and as you can see, it will start installing for you. Now, once the installation process has gone away, what it will do is it will just take a few minutes to download all the processors, download all the main dependency files, and once it's done, as you can see, it says Start Oracle VirtualBox. So we're simply going to hit Finish, and we're going to start the VirtualBox up. And here we are. You're going to see a clean interface that might look a bit confusing to you at first, but do not worry, we're about to make it pretty simple. Now, here's going to come the interesting part, which is creating your own virtual machine. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on New, and here you're going to give your machine a name. So I'm just going to call it First. Once we do that, from here, you're going to go ahead and get enough to detect the type automatically. You're going to choose the location you want to download it in. So let's say I want to go ahead and put it in my D drive. So I'm going to open that up and I'm going to select this folder. And do make sure that once you're selecting a folder, there is another composite folder inside it. So I'm going to call this Virtua and I'm going to add it inside this folder. Once that is done, you can choose an ISO image, but I'm simply going to skip that. OS, you can choose which OS you want to change to. All right. So let's say I want to go ahead with Linux. Let's go with Oracle Linux. We're going to click on Next. Now it's going to ask you to choose your RAM. Now, if your system has 8 gigabytes RAM, you can safely give 2 gigabytes or 4 gigabytes. Don't go crazy here. Your main system will still need memory too. So I'm going to stay on 2 gigabytes with one CPU. And once we have done that, I'm simply going to go ahead and click on Next. Once that is done, they're going to give you a whole summary of what you're looking for. Once that is good to go, we're going to click on finish. And once we click on finish, your virtual machine will appear on your left-hand side over here. Right now, your virtual machine is empty. It's like a brand new computer with no operating system. To install one, you will need an ISO file. This is basically a digital version of an operating system disk. You can download Windows ISO for Microsoft or Linux distributions like Ubuntu for free. So what you're going to do is you can pretty much come over to your browser as so. And over here, let's say we want to go with Linux, right? We're going to go ahead and write Linux distributions ISO. Okay, you can simply write that in. And once we write that in, it's going to ask us to download Linux or anything like that. You can get it from Ubuntu if you want to, or you can get it from Linux's very own website as well. That obviously depends on you. But I'm simply going to go ahead and get it from Linux's very own website. Now, once you're here, you're going to go ahead and download Ubuntu. Once you go to Ubuntu, you can either download the desktop or the servers. You can get one of these things for yourself depending on whatever your core is. Obviously, that totally depends on how you depend on working on it. Okay. Now, once you have selected the ISO file, what you're simply going to do is you're going to come around back here. And once that is done, what you're going to be doing is you can either go ahead, click on start. There's start with GUI, start without GUI. If you go with start with GUI, what's going to happen in that case is obviously it's going to find the Ubuntu ISO file. And if it doesn't find it, you can simply provide it from wherever you have downloaded it. Now, it might take a few minutes for it to start for the first time, so do give it some time. Now, as you can see, it says that it does need an ISO file. So in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and give it an ISO file. In the case you don't want to download an ISO file, what you can do in that case is you can start without a GUI. So we're going to power it off. We're going to go ahead and click it again. And what it does from here is it actually starts without a GUI. And once it starts without a GUI, that obviously boots it up pretty quickly. And it should give you the required interface that you need. So just like this, what you can do is you can get your very own virtual system on the VirtualBox Manager. So at this point, your virtual machine is going to behave like a real computer. You can open apps, browse the internet, and install other softwares. One important thing, install guest editions. This improves your performance, enables full screen mode, and makes everything much smoother. You'll find this option in the VirtualBox menu at the top. You're going to find it right over here. And you can go into preferences and get the guest editions right here. Now, here's where most beginners mess up. They will leave everything on default and wonder why it's slow. Do make sure to choose the right cores, the right RAM, and you should be good to go. That's pretty much about it for this video. Thank you for watching till the end, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.